Hello, everyone. So this is just a video about basically things I hate about Toronto slash government because the government is paying for stuff in Toronto and sometimes they do have shit. They do have times where they don't want to pay for shit in Toronto and really getting sick and tired of the fucking bullshit. And I kind of don't like how I have to sit here and watch this city go downhill actually, and I just don't like it. I really don't. I think we need a whole better city, more homeless shelters, more everything. So I've made a whole list actually. If you could see on my phone, I made a whole list. First thing we're going to talk about is mostly sidewalks. There are people in front of you who are trying to get to where they're going just as you. And if I know this happens in every city, I know y'all gonna tell me if y'all wanna comment, I don't know. But I know it happens in every city, but it's like if you're walking on a fucking sidewalk and someone's fucking coming the opposite direction, or like, can you just move to the side at least? Like, can you do something that actually will be smart? Like do something smart and just shift yourself to the side. Why do both of you, or even multiple, there's sometimes it'd be four people walking, just all kikiing, talking, and it's almost as if you have to go walk on the road for them to still kiki while walking on the sidewalk to the next club or restaurant. Bitch, it don't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Last time I checked, it doesn't work like that. I'm gonna need y'all to get some sense that there's another person walking on the sidewalk. Another thing about sidewalks I have to mention here, since I'm making this video, is bikes, e-bikes, and e-scooters. All of y'all, oh my fucking gosh, y'all need to calm the fuck down and stop need for speeding through the fucking on the fucking sidewalk where there's people walking. There are people walking. This is what y'all don't understand. There are people walking on the fucking sidewalk, and here you are. This is not neat. This is not Fast and Furious. Calm the fuck down. It's not Fast and Furious right now. Y'all be bitch, calm the fuck down. And I notice it's mostly y'all people delivering food. Y'all actually fucking Fast and Furious through the fucking people on the sidewalk. And I generally think y'all should be on the road. That's the whole main reason why we have bike lanes on the fucking road. We don't need you guys driving crazy on a fucking sidewalk. Your ass is supposed to be on the fucking road in the first place. That's why they have bike lanes. Bike lanes, y'all, e-bikes, e-scooters, e-everything, whatever. Anything with wheels, y'all are supposed to be on the road. It's sidewalk, not side. You could not side Fast and Furious on the fucking sidewalk. It's sidewalk for what people who walk. Now you seniors too be doing some nonsense, and I always give y'all a pass when I see y'all coming the opposite direction or even behind me. I give y'all the pass. But y'all don't go, y'all starting to do some crazy shit, and I'm not fucking here for it. Stop racing. What are you racing for? You racing to the retirement home? Y'all racing to the retirement home? What are y'all doing? But y'all need to cut your fucking bullshit out. Cut this bullshit out. I'm done. I'm forever done. I'm done. Every fucking time I go, and I hardly go outside my dang on self. Every fucking time I go outside, I have to fucking deal with someone acting so recklessly on the fucking sidewalk. I'm tired of these bikes, knowing there's a bike lane, knowing you're all supposed to be on the street, and it's bikes, like I said, bikes, e-bikes, e-scooters, whatever. You're all senior scooters. I'll give y'all a pass, but stop driving fucking fast. There's several times where I've seen them you will even hear the wheels screech of how fast, because of how sometimes they'll go too fast, and then next thing you know, they'll fucking almost hit someone and screech their fucking tires. Or some of them be zoom, 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 like I said, Fast and Furious. Bitch, what? Be more respectful of other people walking on the sidewalk. Stop with the nonsense. Shift over to a side when you know there's someone walking on the sidewalk the opposite direction. Or if you even notice someone behind you, shift over to the side. You don't own the fucking sidewalk. You don't. I'm sick and tired of half of y'all, majority of y'all, actually acting like you own the sidewalk. You don't own the sidewalk. Let me tell you that. You don't own the sidewalk. Okay, so I'm looking at my list. Oh my gosh, this might be a long one. Okay. So the second one I have on my list is transit. Now, the TTC is working alongside with Metrolinx again, because they actually were before in the past. If people don't know about this, they actually were working together in the past, and I guess they decided to do something, and everything came into downhill, like whatever. But they decided to reconnect again, and then had a plan to make an Eglinton Crosstown. The Crosstown was supposed to be open in 2020, but then when the pandemic hit, everything was like fucked up and shit. So they kept shifting dates of when this Eglinton Crosstown LRT is supposed to be open. And majority of the time, the Eglinton Crosstown actually was fucked up because of the contractors they hired. So when you notice that the line 6, which is the Finch LRT, was actually more completed much more quickly than line 5. Line 5 is longer than line 6, which is the Eglinton. Line 6 is the Finch West LRT, but line 5 was supposed to be open way before that. At times, I kind of don't want to compare the two, is just because line 6 is mostly above grade. It only goes underground at Finch West Station. It's semi-underground at Humber College. And I personally don't like the Humber College station just because the roof... This is underground. This is it's almost underground, but the roof is kind of like, if it snows or if it rains, like I don't know. Y'all need to come up with a better... I hope y'all have a plan where it covers the fucking thing and we don't have to fucking see, or the people over there at Humber College don't have to fucking get snow or ice rain or even rain itself coming down onto them while they wait for an LRT. The LRT on line 6 is supposed to be quick. Line 5 is supposed to be a little bit more quicker just because it is longer. It has a western extension being built right now. I've noticed the government is funding for stupid things in the city instead of funding for more transit and bettering the transit system. I want this transit system in Toronto to be better. Like, what the fuck? Why can't we have a better transit system? Why does our transit system always have to be fucking whack, in my opinion? I personally think it's kind of whack sometimes. Yes, it gets me to where I have to go, and that's fine with me. So line 6, line 5 and line 6 were actually supposed to be open this year. And it was supposed to be open in the summer. Now we're in fall right now, but it was supposed to be open in the summer. And it boggles my mind how now we're still like waiting and 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 waiting. Line 5 is actually, I think, majority of the LRTs are almost 10 years old. So, yeah. They've even had delivery issues while they were building the fucking stuff. So the Eglinton Crosstown construction was a mess. Everything looks nice now. Trust and believe, like the stations, the underground stations look nice. The stops look nice. More in the east, it's like going towards Scarborough, like going towards Kennedy. It's above grade. And then from Mount Dana Station, they're trying to do another western extension to Renford Station. And then from Renford, they're thinking of putting it to go to the airport. Now, I think for it to go to the airport is kind of a stretch, in my opinion. It's already coming from Kennedy Station. Going to Mount Dennis Station is fine for me. Well, I'm not really going to be taking this line a lot, but I'm just saying I personally think it's kind of a stretch to have it turn to go further. Like when you have, if it's Eglinton, the distance between Eglinton and the airport is kind of long. So it's going to have it's just not, I personally don't think they should do that. I personally don't think it should be extended to the airport, but you never know. We are advised that for sure it is not opening this year. It is said on the news there's a legal battle and blah, 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 blah. So I don't know what else to say, but I wasn't surprised because I knew when the CEO, because here's the thing. As they finished construction on Yonge and Eglinton, they actually decided to make a little event to talk about the completion of majority of the stations. I think Eglinton was the last of the stations. So they go ahead and they make a event. The mayor was even there. I think the premier was there. I'm not sure. The CEO, Phil Verster, that's his name. He goes ahead and says he will announce the dates of when these two lines are going to come out 3 months in advance so they could do more testing, I assume. He did also say he's not going to release them if it's going to be snowing. Like, he doesn't want to release them in snow. But what I find funny, though, is that there is many YouTube videos right now. I kid you not. There's more than 100 YouTube videos right now of both lines being tested through the snow and ice rain. I kind of find that excuse a little bit whack because it's like we have so much videos, we have so much receipts of them being tested, and they even say testing or training car on the vehicles while they're going through the snow. These LRTs, both lines respectively, were being tested during the while they were constructing the platforms. So while they were doing the platforms and everything, and the tracks were already laid, these LRTs were already being tested, like they were training people to drive the cars already. The LRTs, sorry. So I find it kind of funny how he uses that line when I've been seeing, even before the pandemic, these LRTs actually were being tested during snow and even when ice rain was happening. Even rain itself. Y'all had them being tested like that. So why are you now saying you don't want to release it during snow? Why? He didn't even give a proper answer as to why he doesn't even want to release it during snow. Why not just release it in a hot summer day and shit like that? To show how nice and squeaky clean they are and blah, 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 blah. If you see the videos Metrolinx be posting to tease people that the LRTs were going to be coming out this year or start running this year, and now we're in a legal battle, or now they're in a legal battle. I'm not in a legal battle, but now they're in a legal battle, and it's kind of fucking fucked up, to say the least. I've heard that Doug Ford actually told Metrolinx that they need to come to him first before announcing when these two lines are going to start. So why does Doug Ford... Well, of course, Doug Ford, he's involved with the government and shit like that. So, of course, he needs to know first. But so he could be at the event and talk and act like he actually cares when he doesn't, and he's driving in his expensive ass vehicle or being chauffeured. The government themselves have not put any fucking work onto transit itself. For example, Line 4, I personally think Line 4 actually needs to be extended to Shepherd West Station from the west, and from the east, I personally think it needs to be extended to Scarborough Town Center. Number 3, we're going to talk about Doug Ford, and once again, Doug Ford's in this. I think he's in the majority of the list. Doug Ford wants an underground highway. You're so damn quick. You see what I was just talking about in the last topic? You see what I was just saying? You see what I was just saying? You see what I was just saying before. Instead of fucking putting money where it needs to actually be, you're putting money in an underground fucking... You're doing an underground highway. We don't need an underground highway. You're just going to create more congestion, and it's just going to be even worse. You don't want to put money onto transit or fix up transit. Look at majority of all of these TTC subway stations, and y'all not even putting no money into TTC to fix it up, and y'all want to have the audacity to put money in stupid shit. You're putting money into what? Let's put alcoholic items in convenience stores, because that makes more sense. This is the same ninja, and I said ninja. This is the same ninja that went ahead and said right live, on camera, live, and said, if you're gonna come to Canada to come and create and shoot up people and then go back to your country. This is the same ninja that has said shit like this. And he also said, stop coming to Canada to create drama, to create chaos, and da 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 da. You don't want that fucking shit? Then don't put it there. Don't put alcoholic items in a convenience store. Like a fucking dumbass. I'm really sorry, guys, right now for the lighting if it goes off and on. I don't know, the sun is just going through the clouds right now. I'm so sorry if it keeps going on and off, on and off, on and off. I'm really sorry. As I was saying, he goes ahead and says he wants to put alcoholic items in a convenience store. I personally fucking think that's fucking stupid. I personally think doing that, you're going to create even more drama. The homeless people, the thugs, even more crazier people are going to come to these convenience stores and try to steal the liquor and run out drunk as a fucking fish thanks to your dumbass. And now what? You're gonna complain even more live on camera? This fucking ninja. Like, I can't stand him sometimes when he says certain shit. Because, like, there's times where he really needs to think before speaking. You can't be putting fucking alcoholic beverages in a convenience store where you do know thugs always go there and shoot up and go there and steal, or even just people, crazy people. You do know there's crazy people in this city. I see it every day. I go outside. And I don't go outside that often, like I said before. If you saw his face on that fucking thing, ciao. Hey, if you want more congestion, go right ahead, Doug Ford. Because it seems to me, it's so funny for me how the government cannot put money into the TTC, but yet you guys want to put money into building, taking down the Science Center and moving it down near the Exhibition and Ontario Place, respectively. And you guys want to, change name on streets, certain streets, waste money on that shit. And then you guys want to waste money on you guys are wasting money on too much shit we don't need. We don't need all these condos as well, too. You're wasting money putting condos where it doesn't need to be. There's so much area, there's so much neighborhoods in this city that don't need a condo. We need a fucking apartment building, a cheap apartment building to say the least. And we just need affordable housing. We need that. We don't need condo. Most people can't afford that shit. And you know what this dumbass Doug Ford ass said? I said it twice. I'm about to say it 3 times, but I'm going to spell it the same way he did. He goes ahead and says people on disability, and I'm repeating exactly what he said. He says, for all you people on disability, get off your ASS and get back to work. That's what this ninja just said. Live. I was watching the news live, and that's what this ninja said. You, Doug Ford, of all people, aren't you supposed to be helping us? What are you doing? You're not doing diddly squat. You're wasting more money putting alcoholic beverages, and now I find out it's in 7-Elevens? Really? Next thing you know, it's going to be in Dollaramas. Dollarama Plus. Let me add the plus. Sorry, I forgot. So after that, I was just seeing a couple scenes because the news, they will edit certain scenes and show you certain things or whatever. He goes ahead and says he wants to remove bike lanes. Are you fucking stupid? Oh, and also, no. Also, guess what else he said too? He wants to take it out of more. He wants to take all the bike lanes off the main streets and put them in more side streets. Why in the fuck does the side street need more fucking bike lanes than a fucking main street? You tell me. The whole point of a bike lane, the whole point of these dedicated bike lanes was to protect these protect these people on the bikes from all these vehicles. You know how much accidents happen with bikes and heavy duty vehicles? Are you fucking kidding me, Doug Ford? You're telling me you want all the bike lanes removed now? You have streets where you have dedicated. You have a cement right here where cars actually can't even park on the bike lanes. You have dedicated bike lanes. Mostly on Bloor and Danforth. So please explain to me why you want more. Because there is a street, actually, you know what's funny? There is a street that I occasionally walk when I walk on. There's a main street, and funny enough, it doesn't have a bike lane, but there's a side street, and I noticed it has a bike lane and a dedicated bike signal. But here's the thing. Here's why it has that. I guess some people did a petition to have that happen. To have that just because there was an incident where a bike actually got hit by a truck, I think, or a car. I'm not sure. I really can't remember this. This was so long ago. I was really young. And ever since then, they have a traffic light and they have a dedicated bike lane going on the sidewalk, not on the sidewalk, going on the street, on the side street. Now, if you guys want to do it like that, then do it like that. But do not take it off this main streets. That's stupid. It's bad enough that the bikes are on the sidewalks already. It's bad enough. You putting more bike lanes on a fucking side street, which that doesn't even make sense. Most side streets actually have one lane. You doing that doesn't even make fucking sense. And if anything, you're taking up more space on that fucking side street. Because now, because there are times where cars can kind of pull over if a car is parked on a side street. They can go a little bit over and shit like that. But now you're gonna put dedicated bike lanes on a fucking side street. That don't make no fucking sense, Doug Ford. I don't know what's going on with you lately. I don't know if you're drinking too. I don't know if you're too drunk right now, but I don't know. But right now you are doing the absolute most. You're doing the absolute fucking most, Doug Ford. You're doing the most. The Science Center shit, that was just... You don't even... All you had to do, guys, was fix it. Maintain it. Don't you think if you put the new one over there by the exhibition in Ontario Place, that you're gonna fucking have to maintain it too? So why not maintain the original one? Y'all purposely, and I know I'm not stupid, y'all purposely let that other one deteriorate and pretended as if the rain was the cause. There's too much, shut up. I don't believe that bullshit. Y'all had the money to maintain that fucking thing. And now what do? You close it down. You haven't even built the one down, further down yet. And what was the point of that? And they even showed side by side, how much would it be to move it? And how much would it be to just keep it? And it's literally not even much. I kid you not, guys. It's not even fucking... It's literally 100 million to maintain it. And it's 100 104 million to move it. So I guess they chose the 104 million because they're like, we got the money. We don't give a fuck. It's just 104 million. I mean, why not just move it for fun, for the fucks of it? Who gives a fuck? You know? Blamp, blamp, blamp. Can't stand this fucking... I can't stand this city or government. I can't. I kind of just... But I do understand, like I said before, guys, I do understand certain cities don't have what we have. And I have to be grateful. And I am grateful to have certain things in this city. But once again, I'm only speaking on what I kind of just don't like about this city. Duckford's just being a little too cocky about certain things. And I kind of don't like it. When he did that, when LCBO was on strike, I forgot to add, he made a video of himself at some event, or like him, I guess, like cooking burgers or something on a grill or something. It looked burnt as fuck. Yikes. It was like blacker than my beard. And because I looked at it and I kind of like, what the fuck is that? Afterwards, Ninja goes to he sits down at this table where there's a laptop. And he types in on Google, I guess, or whatever search thing he did, and types in alcoholic beverages. And he did this. So it shows LCBO stores too, which I was surprised. Because he was kind of pretending as if he didn't know what LCBO was when he announced that alcoholic beverages will be in convenience stores. But then, surprisingly, you look at he types on Google, he types on Maps or whatever, and you see that you see LCBO stores and you also see convenience stores. So I don't know why he made that video in the first place, to show that I guess this is on board, like we're on board with this. Like he's on board with this and he's gonna stick to it. And which he did. I personally don't think it should happen. Like I said before, it's gonna cause way more problems. You're gonna have a lot of people going in those stores stealing them. You're gonna have a lot of fucking violent activity happening in convenience stores, and I really pray and hope none of that happens. So for now, I might make a part 2. The part 2 may even be extremely shorter than this fucking this video I'm making. The part 2 will be shorter if Duckford comes up with something else stupid. My next thing to talk about is the fact that Duckford, once again, so from what I saw in the news, that Duckford wants to turn Niagara Falls, into Las Vegas, a Canadian Las Vegas. Now, I'm kind of on board with it a little bit, but at the same time, it's like you're putting so much money into shit that we didn't even ask. We didn't even ask for it. Instead of fixing up the streets initially, and also too, can I just say this? I forgot to add this in the transit topic, but there is a line that's running and it's called Line 2. Line 2 has trains that are actually a year older than me, or 2 years older than me. And their life expectancy is 30 years. Most subway trains are 30 years. Some people kind of maintain them and have them running for 40 or even more in different cities. However, this does not make any fucking sense. The government is taking way too long to fund money for new Line 2 trains. I don't have a problem with the Line 2 trains right now. They seem to be running perfectly fine, actually. The government is asking other places in Ontario to help fund for the Line 2 trains. This don't make no damn sense. Doug Ford wants to put alcoholic beverages in a fucking convenience store. He has enough money to move the Science Center to by the exhibition in Ontario Place, and to do an underground tunnel and shit. But but he doesn't have enough money to fund for Line 2 trains, new Line 2 trains. Doug Ford, government, just government, because it's more than Doug Ford. There's a lot of more. It's more people than Doug Ford, but Doug Ford mostly is the one talking. I don't see the rest talking. But all of y'all in the government space, y'all need to have some fucking sense. Y'all needed to start thinking. Y'all should have thought even before the pandemic was happening. Y'all should have fucking thought to start thinking to get new trains for Line 2. But you didn't do so. You waited until the trains are now about to get to their life expectancy. You waited till last minute. That don't make no damn fucking sense. Put more funding in our transit. So continuing on with the whole Niagara Falls becoming the new Canadian Las Vegas thing, I kind of agree with Doug Ford on this, and I guess the rest of the government. But it's like, we never asked for it, so why are you doing it? And people seem to love going to Niagara Falls and are not complaining. So why are you now thinking of revving it up to go make it the new fucking Las Vegas? It doesn't even make sense. But okay. I've ranted so much about this city. I just felt like, honestly, I've always wanted to make a video about the city, but it's just like there's certain things. It's just like every fucking day you go on the news, there's always someone getting shot. There's always someone in an accident. There's always someone, it's always something happening thing. And I'm not saying it should all be perfect and shit, but I'm just saying in this city alone, there's always something happening that's bad. And then you always seem to come find out that this government isn't funding for certain things that we need, that needs to be funded for. We need more apartments. We need more homeless shelters. Think for the people. Think for the people. Stop thinking about sales. Think more for the people. If you have more apartment buildings, more affordable housing, you would have actually probably got way more money. But no, before I finish off with this video, you have to understand, they actually, on the news I just saw a week ago, they showed sales of how down the sales are when it comes to condos. You dumbasses. And then you're still building more condos. The fucking mall I walk to occasionally when I step out this home, they're building a condo right there. And then next thing you know, you turn your head, there's another condo. Like, it's just, what's going on now? The city is, I guess, trying maybe, but at the same time, it's like, y'all not trying enough. And these are things I hate about Toronto/government. So I know certain shit like this happens in other cities and countries. But I'm just sitting here saying right now, this is what I hate about Toronto, Ontario. Okay? So I don't want to see well, this happens in my city, my country. This happens. I'm just speaking on my frustration with this city alone /government. Because I feel like the government isn't putting more money for the people. They're mostly putting money to kind of try to make money, but instead they're not making money. Look at your condo sales. Majority of people are not living in the condos. Why? Because it's expensive. Put more apartments. Put more homeless shelters. I'm tired of walking by and seeing so much people on the street begging for change. I'm tired of this. Think more for the people, Toronto. Government, think more for the people. And I'm talking to you, Doc, for too. Think more for the people. I don't know what else to say other than this, but yeah, that was a long rant. I hope I can edit this. It's almost going to an hour. I hope I can edit this. I hope I can edit this fucking video so it could be extremely shorter than how it is right now. But yeah, hopefully I can talk to some of you guys who feel the same way I do and who also live in Toronto who feel the same way. Hopefully I could talk to some of y'all. Please give me a thumbs up if you actually do agree. It would really make me feel happy if you do. I am saying I will make a part 2 if there's even more bullshit going on in the city. So, which I know damn well I am going to make a part 2. So yeah, but yeah, this is my video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.